Well, hello, all you awesome people. This is SharenD with Lipstick Therapy, and I'm coming to you tonight because this is Fragrance Friday. Yes, indeed. And tonight we've got some different things going on in that I am broadcasting to you live to my business page as well as sharing that to a vendor event that I'm involved in. So I'm going to go ahead and send that over to them. And again, this is SharenD. If you've never seen me before, I'm Sharon Davis. I shorten it to D. Just using the D takes up a lot less time. But tonight is all about you and introducing you to the world of fragrances. So right now I'm going to hop over here to the vendor event and pop this link in for them really quick. I can get there. Yeah, I can get there. It's just how fast can I get there? I will get there quickly because I want them to be able to see and experience Fragrance Friday as well. So all of you that are joining me tonight, I welcome you. I appreciate you. I thank you for being here. And hey, if you're catching me on the replay, that's good too, right? So all you have to do is sit back and learn some things about what fragrances do for us in our lives. Yeah, I love fragrances. I truly love fragrances, even though I have issues. No, why did that come up? I have issues with well, that's just not working. I have issues with allergies, but one of the things that I've learned and been able to just enhance my life is that now you have so many ways that fragrances are actually created. Fragrances can be created by essence that we never thought of before. So even if you're allergic to floral, even if you're allergic to musk and some of the traditional fragrances that actually we know is a problem for some people, you can still enjoy that. And so I'm so happy that these changes have evolved. You know, my company, Jafra, we use the experts in the European sector. Those guys have been known for fragrance mixing and evolving for generations, absolutely generations. So what they've been doing the last 5 years or so is that you're seeing essence that are not typical, such as fruits that we generally would not see in that, and also unusual fragrance. Like one of my favorite fragrances that we have on the market right now that I just love, the middle note is actually white chocolate. Now, who would be allergic to white chocolate? Who would not enjoy that? And that is one of the fragrances that we will be featuring, and I hope you'll join us. So here's what it is. Fragrance Friday, every Friday. I, some years ago, had been doing Fragrance Friday at a local boutique, and they closed their doors and just went online. Well, I like being online. It makes my life very full and interesting. So I decided at the beginning of this year that, I don't think I'm just quite done with Fragrance Friday yet. So I decided to put it online. So this is for you to be able to enlighten you on what fragrances do, what fragrances can bring out in your life, and which ones work for you, which one is going to help and elevate your mood, which one is going to help you relax, which one is going to get your guy's attention when you want to, right? So that's what you will be learning here. And I'm so excited to be able to broadcast this also from not just Sharon's lipstick therapy page, but also to the vendor event that I'm taking part in this whole month of love. And what better month to talk about fragrances, because yes, fragrances do represent for us love. And Valentine's Day, of course, roses have their place, but fragrances also have their place when it comes to that perfect gift for that special someone. So I'm going to recap a few things that we've actually gone over. I'm going to have to go ahead and put my glasses back on. I think my lights bounce back in them, so I try not to have them on too long, but I do want to kind of give you a little overview of what fragrances do. Okay, are you ready for that? Yeah, I'm ready to show you. So the world of fragrances are filled with so many things. You have your top notes, you have your bottom notes, you have your base. Okay, and each one of them do something absolutely different. As I said, we at Jafra use fragrance houses with the top 3 fragrance houses in the world, which are located in Europe. Those guys are absolute experts in their craft. They are perfume experts dedicated to the creation of fragrances that will just bring joy to your life. They create with raw materials. A fragrance is the result of a combination of natural and synthetic ingredients. Natural ones are usually flowers, but not always anymore. Herbs, citrus, bark, wood, fruits, spices, seeds, resins, and roots. A lot to work with there, right? Then you have a synthetic. Amongst them are your aromatic chemicals that are created in a lab and enhanced and complement and set your fragrances. A lot going on, but they know what they're doing. The composition of a fragrance consists of alcohol, water, and essence. There are 4 categories of essence oils that in a concentrated form that make up eau de perfume, eau de toilette, eau de cologne, and body mist and aftershave. Yep. The percentage of the essence of oils, the concentration, identifies the product in this category. 3% would be your aftershave and your body spray. 5% to 9% is eau de cologne. Eau de toilette is 10 to 14%, and 15 to 18% is the eau de perfume. So there are stages or levels, or as they're called, notes for fragrances. You have the head notes, which start the conversation. I always say that's, like your first meeting in a relationship. You have the heart body of the notes, which is sort of your dating, getting to know each other. They don't last a whole lot longer, but they do last a lot longer than what your top notes are, because the top notes are just there for a brief time. They're, as I said, your first meeting. So your relationship is starting to develop with your heart notes. And then with the bottom or base notes, it is what I call your marriage, because it is a long-term relationship. Base notes can last anywhere from 6 to 8 hours to several days or weeks even, depending on what the composition is. So that's just giving you a little bit of an overview. I want to tell you really quickly about what some of the notes are. You have what some of the categories are for the notes. Your floral, fruity top notes would be things like roses, yin yang, violets. Your top notes for floral would be a fresh green would be bergamot, herbaceous notes, herbaceous notes. Floral and fruity floral would be top notes with pear, peach, berries, bergamot, and floral oriental, which is typically my favorite. Is your top notes are going to be citrus, aldehyde-less, and tropical fruits, which is real consistent with me in terms of my allergies, because I can deal with tropical flowers because they don't pollinate. So if you know someone who has allergies, you might want to steer more toward the floral oriental instead of something that has a single note flower in it. So let me recap what we've done. We started this, as I said, this is the third episode of Fragrance Friday. The first week, I introduced you to, in the men's category, our JF9 line. And JF9 has actually 4 or 5 different fragrances in that line. The JF9 started off with just green, and then it came a red, and then it came actually a blue, and then a black. The blue is sort of sometime you can get it, sometime you can't. It's a special edition. And then most recently, chrome, which I really like that one. Along with that, I introduced you to one of, let me back up. For the men's fragrance, I gave them all the different categories of what each one of the JF9 fragrances carried. So if you want to see that from, it was January 19th, you can check that out on Sharon Davis Lipstick Therapy page, and you'll be able to see that video. The whole thing, I explain all of those notes in each one of them. So then I brought out one of our most recent stars, which is Diamond Blush. I really like Diamond Blush a lot. She falls in that floral oriental category. So of course, I just gravitated to that. And then last week, episode 2, we had, in the men's category, we had Navigo Ocean. Now let me tell you so that you know what Navigo Ocean has to say for itself. It is, Ocean's not in there. It's this one though. Yeah, I'm going to tell you. Navigo Ocean, because it is really a different scent that you just don't see a lot. It has the, it falls in that, goodness, it's not coming up for me here. Oh, that's on the other side. It falls in that oriental citrus, oriental marine, actually, scent. That is one of the created scents that you will find. So it's a really fresh, a really not so heavy, but just a clean feeling to it. And in the women's category, I shared with you Vessence. And Vessence is a floral fruity, and floral fruity will give you a delicate tropical notes mingled with vibrant bouquets to form a refreshing, irresistible fragrance. My daughter loves this. Yes, she does. So I thought, what would be the next one to follow those two? So I thought I would introduce you to, we have a fragrance in the men's line that is in what's called the Oscar of fragrances. Yes, I have not shared that with any guy that has said, oh, no. They really like it, and the women really like the scent on men. So let me just tell you, if you would do me a favor and drop some information saying, or just no, not a lot of information, just me in the comment section and tell me what is your favorite fragrance. So what you're going to do is just drop me, and then tomorrow my assistant's going to send you a link, and in that link you tell me what your fragrance is, and then she will give you another link that will give you a composition of what fragrances are working or best for you. Okay, we gravitate toward really the same sort of scent. As I said, I'm floral oriental, and pretty much every fragrance that I tend to go, oh yeah, that's for me, is in that category. But the mixture and the blend of them are different. That's why in many categories, you'll have many different fragrances that actually don't smell the same, but they have the same basis. My dear friend Diane popping in with me. Thank you. I so appreciate you and all of you that are popping on tonight. And those of you that are replay viewers, I love the replay viewers. You know, we're busy. It's oftentimes we need to just, oh, I'm going to check that out and check it out later. And that's great. So just drop me an emoji, hashtag replay, so I know you were here, and I will shout you out next week when we come back. Secondly, I want to go ahead and introduce you to the fragrance that we are featuring tonight, but I want to also one more time tell you I am SharenD with Lipstick Therapy. The fragrances and the products that I offer are through Jaffa Cosmetics. That's the company that I have been in love with and using and providing and sharing with other people since 1992. Long time. But they have a product that just totally changed my life. And you'll hear more about that. And if you look on my page, Sharon Davis, Lipstick Therapy, you'll find out what that product is. You'll also find out that Lipstick Therapy is not just about a lipstick. So check it out. If you go there, like the page, turn on the notifications so that you actually get to see everything that I provide for you. So in saying all of that, again, appreciating your time and valuing you and your time, I want to go ahead and show you what I'm featuring tonight. I actually have a couple of surprises for you. I'm going to take my glasses off now so it doesn't continue to bounce back. But it's not showing it. Okay. Well, it's not showing up. We'll see what happens. So, last week was Vesson. We are going to move on tonight to Vesson's new sister. She received a little sister in her category a few months back, almost a year actually. And her little sister falls in the floral oriental. So again, something that would speak to me personally. Vesson life in the being in the floral oriental fruity category offers a construct an air of mystery. That's me, huh? With sparkling florals dressed by spice, resin, and musk. So here is Vesson life. What the top note really gives you is a clean, fresh, fruity scent. So the first thing you're going to experience is a citrus kind of scent. And then you are going to then experience the oriental blending of that fragrance. So this is Vesson life. But guess what? You can get Vesson life, and you actually can get Vesson together. Both Vessens, the Vesson and the Vesson Life. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and put me, and we will be popping you information tomorrow to get that all set up for you. So that's for the women. But I started off with talking about the one that the men have that is, as I said, in the category of the Oscars, the category of awards that's equal in the fragrance world to the Oscars. This one is called J Sport Ride. Let me tell you a little bit about J Sport Ride in terms of the actual fragrance, how it plays out for you. It is a forager, aromatic, woody. So let me tell you what that means for the guys. Forager means a moss, wood, or herbaceous scent, united for fragrances that are earthy yet refined. So when you picture that, you're gonna have top notes that are gonna have sort of a tangerine essence to it, or bergamot or green notes. Now, as we go on, when I use those terms and explain more to you what they break down to, you are going to be able to almost visualize that in your mind and smell that scent. The heart notes would be aromatic, herbs, or coriander. And the base would be velveter, sandalwood, cedar, tonka bean. That would be what the base would be. So this is what J Sport Ride will give you. It's, I would say, most of the guys that, well, I haven't had anybody that did not like it, but the guys that tend to gravitate to it are more your adventurous type, your outdoorsy type guy, one that likes to try things differently and just have their own way of doing things. Guy like that would love this. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and drop me a line. I am not actually going to quote prices to you tonight. I will promise you always to give you the very lowest price that I can possibly give you. I want you to know that this is going into the second week, the second day of the first of the month. So some of these things you can still get on the price from last month, and some of them would be the month for February. But I will always show you which one they are, what you're in the categories you're interested in, the products you're interested in, and let you know what is your best option. And the reason I'm going to promise that to you is because I want to be in a long-term relationship with you in terms of providing excellent customer service. So that's all you have to do to let me know that you're interested in one of those fragrances that I just offered, or some of those that I've featured in the earlier 2 weeks. Now, people who have been with me for a while, me as in Sharon Davis, Lipstick Therapy, they may have received their packages already that have the samples of the fragrances that were already featured, and the one that I featured tonight, and the one that I will feature, ones that I will feature next week. So if you are not one of those people that received them already, send me a message, private message, and I will forward you out samples of each of the 4 weeks. I send them out 4 weeks for 4 weeks at a time, so that you can kind of keep up with having them available when we're going over them. That way you know exactly what they smell like. You know exactly how they feel. Some of them will be strips where you can open the plastic and you'll smell it. Now, with those, so you can actually put them on and see how that interacts with your skin. You just take this strip film off, you lay it on your wrist, and you just rub it so that it gets a little bit of heat there, and it'll transfer the fragrance to your skin. That way you can get an idea of what it feels like. Some of the samples will be an actual vial where you have a couple of uses out of it to tell you whether it's something that you would enjoy. But if you want samples sent to you, please be so kind as to say me, and we will send you the link to get that set up for you. Okay? But I said I had a surprise, right? And I do. I actually want to tell you about the lady who started this company, her and her husband, Jan and Frank Day. That's how we get the name Jafra. Jan, Jan, Frank, Fra. They're a couple that were living in Malibu, and they wanted to provide a way for women to be able to make money, but still be at home with their children, to have a career, but still have the freedom of being at home and being active part of their family. And when they started this program, this company, that wasn't a usual situation, because this company is 62 years old this year. That time frame, people just didn't think that way. It was totally out of the box to think that a woman would have a career, but not only have a career, but have a career and be able to still be at home with her children, to be able to pick them up from school, to be making the brownies and have them smelling good when they come home, to be able to structure their life around a business. I'm telling you all that because everybody that drops the me for me tonight, Sharon Davis, Lipstick Therapy, you will go in a drawing to receive the fragrance that was actually created and named for her. It's called Jande, and it is what you would consider a elegant. It's a floral and that generally means it's from a single bouquet or single flower bouquet notes. Floral scents convey timeless, elegant femininity, and it is just so reminiscent of her herself. So everyone who drops the me will go into the drawing to receive this product that I think is very special, just because it does bring her to life. And I think that being that forward thinking, such an avant-garde attitude her and her husband had to start a company like this that many years ago, I just love it. I just totally love that thinking. And so I appreciate that we still have that fragrance to celebrate her. So you'll get that for free. But also, I had another surprise for you guys. I said that I was going to introduce a fragrance for either children or babies or teens or preteens. Now, we at Jafra, we fragrance everybody, from the father to the baby. So tonight I'm introducing you to Tender Moments Fresh Baby Cologne. Now, let me tell you what Tender Moments, let me tell you what it has in it. Now, first of all, I want to say that all of our fragrances for children and babies are irritant-free and alcohol-free. The Blue Tender Moments soothes and protects delicate skin with aloe vera. I'm reading the wrong thing. It's irritant-free fragrance with notes of summer lily, peony, and white carnations. It's very light, but it lets you know you've been around a baby. It has that fresh, powdery smell. Wonderful. And I actually have the ability to let you try this out. And I will quote a price on this one because they are the same this month. They're generally $13, but you can get them at the special price of $11. So again, drop a me and we will follow up with a link to let you know what we're going to do if you're purchasing, or if you want more information, or if you just want to become a part of our VIP, if you want to be in the know of lipstick therapy. And again, as I say, it's not just about a lipstick. We try to holistically offer you the ability to be the best you can be, inside out and outside in. The products we use to do that is from Jafra, but we also provide you with knowledge to uplift yourself, to motivate yourself, to celebrate yourself, and be the best you can be. As I said, holistic, inside out and outside in. So I am going to go ahead and close this down. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your being here. I appreciate that you stopped by to Lipstick Therapy tonight and enjoyed with us Fragrance Friday. I do already know what fragrance is going to be featured next week. So if you received your sample pack, you know as well. If you did not get it on the sample packs, drop a me. We'll get back to you to get that set up for you, because we want to provide excellent customer service for you. So I'm going to close it down tonight. Let you know that I, again, appreciate you, value you. This is SharenD Davis with Lipstick Therapy, telling you holistically loving you. You have a great evening. I'll see you next Friday for Fragrance Friday.